Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our online ECBI and online English meeting. My name is Andrew, and I'll be your host for tonight. First of all, I'd like to give my appreciation to Excellent CBI for giving me this opportunity to host this session with all of you. And then next up, I also like to give my thanks to the person that brought me to this business, my parents, founders Didi, Alexa and Lily, and also my mentor, Lawson Tan and Wei Chu from Penang, all the way from Penang. So last but not least, I also like to congratulate all of you for joining us tonight. For some of you who may be at home right now, and some of you who might still be on the road. For those of you who are still on the road listening to us, drive safe and then enjoy the session. Okay, on to our sharing tonight. First of all, we have a product sharing starring one of the most recent launches that we have, which is a new Nutrilite product called Nutrilite Mixed Soy Protein with lecithin and vitamin E. So, what's about this product? Allow me to make some brief introduction. For some, as we might know, is that health disease and high cholesterol is actually one of the most common health issue in Malaysians. In fact, 4 out of 10 of Malaysians actually have high cholesterol. And out of these 4 people, at least 1 in 4 of them do not know that they have high cholesterol. So for those, and then as we are more aware of our health challenges nowadays, right? Some of us have begun taking out a healthy lifestyle. We eat healthier, we try to exercise more. And more often than not, these lifestyle habits wasn't sustainable or even able to be productive in terms of improving our health conditions. So with that in mind, Amway has actually launched a new product called this Nutrilite soy protein mixed with lecithin and vitamin E. So in order to help us to effectively improve our cholesterol levels and many other health challenges. And the person that will be sharing with us tonight about this product, his name is Castle. I personally known him for many years, and all this while I always known him to be a person that is knowledgeable, particularly in the area of Nutrilite. So without further ado, let us give out a 777 and welcome Castle. All over to you, Castle.
All right. Thanks, Andrew, for the introductions. My name is Castle, and please give me a bit of time to share my screen. All right. First of all, very thanks for having me here, because I've not been sharing products or topics for quite some time, because due to a recent incident, I have a baby coming early this year, so I not be able to share so much. So I'm a little bit nervous, if you can notice. Doesn't matter. I come back to this particular topics, right? Product sharings. Before we begin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank my upline, Xin Yin, for bringing me into this business. On top of that, also I would like to thank upline Didi, Jaslyn, and also my mentor Roxanne and Wei Chu. Please give them some supports by showing like 666. All right. So I'm not sure for some of the old friends here, for new friends, of course, here today you are going to learn something new. Hopefully I can deliver something worth sharing. All right. For some of you who are slightly older, all right, you will notice that Nutrilite recently have been launching a lot of new products, and their product name is super long. All right, I'm not sure about you, but I personally think that, well, all these names are very junky. But anyway, such is life. I think we just have to bear with that. And I will also be clarifying certain things on the particular the product name itself. So let's begin with this product, right? Unlock healthy circulations by using mixed soy protein and lecithin with vitamin E. I'll talk about this later, yeah? So just a brief introduction about this one. Some fun fact, did you know that actually 4% out of 10, like what Andrew mentioned just now briefly, 4 out of 10 in Malaysia, 8 million adults altogether, 4 out of 10 are actually having high total cholesterol levels. And 1 out of 4 person are actually not aware that they have high cholesterol levels as well. Sadly to say, before, like a couple of months before, I actually didn't know I was under this category, the 4 in 10 people. I'm aware. That's why now I'm taking this product, and soon you will see my result, right? So, when we talk about what I call that cholesterol, okay, we need to understand one thing, that what are the type of dietary lipids? Lipids in the layman term is called fat lah. So what are the typical type of dietary fats that we can find in our body? So let's talk about the top left ones, the blue color thingy in the center, the blue color sterols. Sterols is what we call cholesterol on a typical manner. It's actually obtained from fruit and is also produced by the liver. A lot of you actually, I mean, including myself, not aware that the liver actually produce cholesterol. Of course, there are certain reasons for that. Okay, the cholesterol is not 100% bad or 100% good, so there must be a balance to that. But our liver is actually producing it to maintain a balance self, right? So put that aside first, because it's not very, very important in this case, because what we are going to look at is actually the green color part. It's a big chunk called triglycerides. But before we move on to that, let's talk just briefly on the right-hand side. Phospholipid, all right? Phospholipid. It makes up 2% of the dietary lipids, dietary fats. It is actually very crucial. This fat is very crucial in building a protective barrier around our body cells. Okay, we actually need fats. All right. So this phospholipids actually is playing an important role. Now, triglycerides, all right, based on our food dietary fats, these consist the most. Triglycerides, over 95% are actually a form of fat in the diet, and it's commonly called fats and oil. Okay, where do you find triglycerides? Actually, basically, if you're human, if you are here in Malaysia, even if you're human, you basically will consume fats on a normal, on a daily basis. For example, if you eat cheese, if you drink milk, if you eat margarine, if you eat what do you call that, some oils, all right? All these consist of triglycerides. No good or bad, yeah, but this is just a fact that under the dietary lipids, this is the composition that we usually have. So just now I said the fat is actually play an important role. What are the functions in our body? First of all, it is actually an energy storage. In the old days, of course, you see most of the people are actually much slimmer. We are talking about Stone Age, or maybe even very early stage. People are usually very slim, very thin. Why? Because they don't have enough food intake. But then when we progress further, when we're more civilized, we tend to eat more foods, right? When we are more rich, we tend to eat more food. When we eat more food and we don't have energy to spare, actually this food will be converted. This food supposedly is a form of energy for us to expand. But then if you're not using it, it will become storage. But when it becomes storage, this so-called the energy becomes storage, so it's stored as fat in our body. That's why when you see people just eat, eat and rest and sleep and very less activities, they are usually look chubbier and fatter. All right. So because of too much fat accumulated, all right, as a body storage. But however, when they are not using it, when it comes to point number 2, protection, like I mentioned just now, the fat is actually very important for our body cells. Without fats, our cells will, collide with each other. So it is actually not a very good thing also. So the third one is actually insulation. When you are so-called fatter, chubbier, you are also in a way tahan, you can resist cold better slightly, right? There's no, I mean, of course there are research to support this, but it is actually very play a mild role in this sections, yeah. And lubrications, when you have more fats in your body, then you actually have more lubricants inside your bodies. All right, so it's kind of related to the protection part. If you have more replicants within your body, all the cells will not be colliding each other that directly. So you won't have injuries within your body inside. All right. And last but not least, of course, hormone precursor. This is in a way also help to regulate our hormones also. All right. These are the functions, basic functions for fats in our body. So when it comes to cholesterol, always people relate this to blood cholesterol. And what is blood cholesterol? As you can see from this picture, this one you can see in all the clinics, all the hospitals. If you visit to any of this healthcare center, basically you will see this type of picture, hang posters or whatsoever hanging around. Why? Because this become a very common disease, especially in Malaysia. What is happening? So blood cholesterol, now just a general understanding, blood cholesterol has what we call that, consists of two. One is HDL, one is LDL. When you do blood tests, you will see HDL and LDL. Most people will not tell you, oh, what is HDL? But now here you can see HDL means good cholesterol, LDL means bad cholesterol. HDL will remove bad cholesterol from the arteries, as you can see from the pictures on the left. Okay, so when we consume food with bad cholesterol, all right, it will store. If you are not monopolizing it, all right, it will store in our blood arteries. Okay, when it stores there and we don't have enough HDL, all right, it will accumulate. Okay, deposit there. Okay. Later, I will explain a bit more about depositing the fats in the blood arteries. But then LDL, bad cholesterol, the main source of cholesterol build up and blockage in the arteries. Okay, so on top of that, when you look at the reports, if you do a blood test, you will see total cholesterol. Total cholesterol, too high is not good, too little is not good either. So we have to have a balance. So if you do a blood test, you will definitely know there's a range for you to maintain. All right. So overall, when you come to cholesterol section in the blood test report itself, you will have total cholesterol, you will have HDL, you have LDL. Please pay close attention to the particular section, yeah, when you talk about blood cholesterol. So just now we talk about blockage, yeah. Impact of high blood cholesterol, high blood fats, yeah. If you can see from the most left, you see a lot of red color thingy. These are red blood cells in our blood arteries. This is a perfectly normal, what do you call that? Perfectly normal arteries. Then when you have more and more cholesterol in the blood, then you can see progressing further, you see a thin layer of yellow color thingy, right, stick at the wall, because it's the bad cholesterol starting to deposit at the wall of the blood arteries. And when it progresses further, it means if you continue to not control the blood cholesterol, you will see the blood arteries will start to block from blood cells going through your blood arteries. It will block your artery, basically. All right. So when it blocks the artery, usually when we talk about blockage, usually it will link to heart problems. Heart problems, on a layman matter, we'll call it a heart attack, normally. All right. When it comes to heart attack and high cholesterol, all right, high cholesterol in a way is indirectly and equivalent to silent conditions. All right. It is very common for an individual to be unaware of their high cholesterol level until they experience high heart attack or strokes or chest pain and all that. So ask yourself these questions. Yeah. For those who actually experience this, do you think you are in a very mild condition, or you think you're already at a very very critical condition, you need special attention already? Or maybe your friends or your relatives, if they have this kind of symptoms, like, for example, having chest pains, all right, it's not heart attack yet, yeah, but chest pain, do you think they are actually in a very mild condition? No, not really, yeah. They're actually in a very critical condition. They need special attention already. So in short, high cholesterol does not show any early symptoms when you experience chest pains, it is actually already a very critical conditions. All right, and some cases, if you notice, in the past few years, there have been many athletes, amateur professionals, they fainted, especially if you talk about badminton and all that. I've seen quite a few news. Badminton players, amateur levels, they play sports every week. Some of them actually play 2 or 3 times a week, but they still fainted because of heart attack and all that. So it doesn't mean when you are having a lot of exercise means that you are cholesterol free. Actually, you might be also at risk as well. Okay, so pay attention to this, yeah. So know your risk for high cholesterol. All right, you can just basically look at these 8 simple factors. If you have diabetes, you have a high chance of having high cholesterol as well. If you're obese, all right, if you're high fat, if you have high fat diet, if you sit for a long period of time, if you smoke, if you have a family history, age and gender, and so on. Okay, these actually contribute to high cholesterol. All right, before it gets worse, please, if you already notice that you are under these categories for some of them, please consult doctor, get a blood test, right, so that you know your body conditions. So let's talk about control or managing your cholesterol levels. Very simple manner. Most of the people will say, oh, I eat food enough already, right? I eat healthy food. But what do you mean by healthy food? How healthy so that you can, get rid of the bad cholesterol effectively? Okay. In our case, of course, here I'm talking about lecithin, the product later on, right? Main thing I'm going to talk about is lecithin. Lecithin is actually a very good fat emulsifier, but later I will touch about it. Okay. Now come back to the source for lecithin. Lecithin itself is a very unique structure, all right, chemically, all right. It will enable it will attract water and fat inside our body, all right, and then easy for metabolism. What are the sources? You can get it from plant, you can get it from animals, you can get it from marines, okay. But then, like I mentioned just now, if you eat a healthy food, how healthy would you consider so that you get rid of bad cholesterol effectively? So now, normally, if you eat so-called healthy food, even eat a normal food, good quality lecithin, right? Even in normal food, is very hard to obtain from our normal food because it oxidizes very easily, and it is very heat sensitive. Asian like us, usually we will cook our food, right? We will put on fire and heat up our food. So when these 2 factors comes in, lecithin easily evaporizes. Right? Not evaporize, it will not be as effective as eating lecithin. All right. Later I'll mention it more. So based on the study, lecithin content from the different plant sources, soybean has 82%. It's actually a very good source for lecithin. All right. So what is soy lecithin? Well, soy lecithin is actually a type of fat that are naturally presented in soybean. Do remember, soybean is actually a very good food. I would say it's a superfood. All right. And I don't know how other people define that, but it has many nutrients inside. But then many people will complain to me saying that, oh, I have uric acid. My doctor advised me not to take soybean, Well, very dangerous. But you have to take it one layer deeper to understand more about uric acid later on. So actually, this soy lecithin is actually a very good source for you to deal with cholesterol. Okay, let's not go into uric acid part first because it might get you more confused. But at this moment, let's take it as it is first. Uric acid people, high uric acid people, don't worry about this thing first. You just continue to progress from the slide later. Later, you'll be able to understand it more. So essential fat for human body cells. This is actually a good thing. All right. The main source of choline, nutrients similar to the B vitamins. Okay, these are a bit more technical. You don't have to remember all these things, but basically just understand soy lecithin is actually a very good fat for our bodies. when it comes, soy lecithin, when it comes into our body, it will attract, right? It will attract the fat that's accumulated in your blood arteries so that it will, mix up with the oil or the fats, and so that it will be digested more easily. Scientifically, not scientifically, a more trickier term is called emulsifier. All right, emulsifier. When you hear about emulsifier, means that substance, in this case, lecithin is an emulsifier fat. It will emulsify. It will break down whatever that is accumulated, the fat is accumulated in your blood arteries, and pull them out from your system. So your blood artery will become more normal again. So it's actually a very important thing. Give you this illustration. You can actually YouTube for some demonstration, but let me just show you this particular picture so that you understand. If you put water and oil, okay, oil is actually lighter than water. It will go up, right? It will form two layers like this on the left-hand side. When you put in the lecithin, all right, it will then emulsify the oil so that the oil and the lecithin will break down into small droplets, and then they will sink underneath the water so that it becomes easier for us to digest. When we go poo-poo, then everything will go up. So this is how powerful lecithin is. Another example is like this. I suppose all of us clean our dishes after eating, all right? So when you clean the dishes, especially when it's oily, you won't be able to clean it effectively by using just water, right? Because there's oil and water. You won't be able to clean it nicely. But when you have lecithin, okay, just imagine this is inside our body. When you have lecithin inside, it will emulsify the oil, break it down further so that when you wash it with water, it will rinse off all the oil stains, just like how it functions in our body. So study also shows that study also show that participants will actually take 500 mg of soy lecithin supplement for about 2 months. They actually show a significant decrease in their total cholesterol levels. Let's not look at the total cholesterol, look at the LDL. LDL is actually a bad cholesterol, right? If you take 1 month of 500 mg soy lecithin, you will be able to reduce 42% of the LDL cholesterol. This is a very good indicator. So if you have cholesterol problems, don't believe in this study, take the lecithin product to test out yourself. Yeah. So slightly further, the liver is very important. All right, liver is very important for us to metabolize all the toxic, everything that we consume. All right, even stress itself. So soy lecithin promote the fat metabolism and transport in the liver. Okay, it will accelerate the transportation of the fat out of the liver. So let's say touch wood, you're having these fatty livers. If you take in lecithin, all right, very consistently, there might still be chance that it will convert it back to a healthy liver, because liver is actually a very strong organ. It will be able to regenerate if you take with good care. All right, fatty liver may cause weight gain. Just now, if you look at the 8 factors that cause bad cholesterol levels, fatty liver may cause weight gain, obesity, and high triglycerides, etc. So in the other way around, if you are obese, if you are slightly more overweight, you have to be careful already. You might be the victim of bad cholesterol. Some people, okay, my cholesterol levels a little bit high, but not at the critical level yet. I did the test. But then if you just take this soy, protein soy with lecithin E, all right, this also has a key ingredient for healthy skin as well. All right, some of you, understand that, I don't want skin pigmentation. Can this product help? Yes, it can. And it will help our skin to maintain hydration. we're not just talking about artistry applying all the skincare product, but also inside we need to take care of our body so that our body will function more effectively. Right. Lecithin also very good for brain nutrition. We all know that when we take omega-3, we take about salmon and all that, we need DHA, DPA and all that. All these are good fats. Okay. When you have lecithin comes together, it will promote better and healthier cognition levels and performance. Later, talk a little bit more later. So now talk about this particular product, mixed soy protein and lecithin with vitamin E. Okay, many people might confuse, this is another form of soy protein. So adding to the range so that I have many other choices. And since I have cholesterol, I don't need to take other protein already. I take this protein enough, right? I had the same question myself. Let's dig a little bit further. This product, okay, the highlight is it has 18 times more lecithin than our current lecithin E tablets. We only compare this with lecithin E tablets. We are not comparing other things. So please bear this in mind. It aids lipid metabolism. So in other words, this product mainly helps in cholesterol metabolism, or also called fat metabolism. Okay, this is the main thing. Of course, it has very low carbs. Okay, 0.5 gram per serving is really low. Okay, and it's super easy, convenient to use because it's in the powder form. 18 times more lecithin. It has 880.8 mg of lecithin per serving. Later I'm going to show you the serving. Contain vitamin E. Now, just like I mentioned, this product is mixed soy protein and lecithin with vitamin E. Vitamin E is important, but it is not the main role in this case. Vitamin E mainly is to protect the fat in our body tissue from oxidation. When lecithin extract or attract the fats in our body, lecithin E kind of protect these fats from oxidation again. Okay, it is also in a form emulsify the fat as well. So lecithin and E kind of go hands in hand together. Okay, it helps each other to maintain healthy skin as well. So who is suitable for this? Basically, I would say anyone who is living in the city. Basically, you will need this. Anyone who drinks a lot, who smokes a lot, also, especially this kind of people. And people like me eat a lot of high calorie food. This is also essential, right? People who are, having study issues, these kind of things, also. Elderly people, younger children, we need this as well. So basically, I would say it's suitable for anybody. So there's many ways of to enjoy the goodness of these particular products. You can always mix with soy protein. Later I'll explain why you eat this mixed soy protein. You still need to eat soy protein drink. Another option, you can mix with meal replacement shake. You can mix with smoothie. You can mix with salad. You can mix with overnight oats. So like I mentioned just now, omega-3 is actually a good fat, right? Omega-3. When it combines with lecithin, it helps to increase the availability of omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, just now I mentioned total cholesterol, you need to be balanced. Okay, you need to have good cholesterol, you need to have bad cholesterol in a way to counteract each other. So when you have a balanced total cholesterol, it will be perfect. But in our case, in normal daily life, we tend to, especially in Malaysia, we tend to eat overly, excessively in terms of omega-6, meaning bad cholesterols, right? So when we take out bad cholesterols and you put in good cholesterols, like for example, in this case, omega-3 fatty acids, our body will become more and more balanced and healthier. And it will promote a healthy inflammatory response. This is the key. All right. So moving on to this one, regulating good cholesterol by taking this product together with other soy proteins. Now, let me just explain this here. If you take one serving of this soy protein lecithin with vitamin E, one serving is only 2.4 grams. But if you take soy protein, for example, the normal soy protein, one serving is 10 grams, 2.4 and 10 grams. This is talking about total volume. But then when it comes to, let me just jump here. When it comes to soy protein, yeah, the lecithin itself, the mixed soy protein and lecithin with vitamin E, the new product, let me just call it a new product easier. The new product, only one serving only has 700.8 milligram of soy protein. When we talk about normal protein, one scoop is at least 10 grams of soy proteins. So this is like many times more if you take one scoop of soy protein compared to this new product. Yeah, that's why we cannot simply just take this new product to replace existing soy protein powders. Okay, but then if you look at this statement in the black colored code, daily intake of 25 grams per day of soy proteins, meaning the normal soy protein that you take in, if you take more than 3 scoops, it will help regulate total cholesterol level as well. So it's like winning already, you win even more if you take more than 3 scoops a day for our soy protein. All right. So many people also a bit confused. Take this product and lecithin E. I think it's the same thing. Why not I take, either one of these enough already? Now, the new product is very convenient. It's in the powder form. Okay. Whereas the other one is chewable. All right. Either way, for me, it's also convenient. All right. The key feature on the new product is actually it has 18 times more lecithin. But then, whereas if you look at the lecithin E, the tablet form, it contains 50 times more lecithin E. In a way, it shows you that lecithin E tablet form is actually a good antioxidant, all right, that combats free radicals. Meaning it is like Bio-C lah. It gives you a lot of antioxidant substance to combat from free radicals. So in a way, this cannot be compared. It's not apple to apple anymore. It's an apple to orange. So they are playing different roles here. Function-wise, you see, the new product like I mentioned just now, emulsifies the fats in our body, help better blood circulation. It helps maintain healthy cognition, meaning brain performance and brain development, and it have better nutrients absorption when your blood arteries is healthy enough. It will carry all the essential nutrients to our body so that you can use. And it contains choline to regulate vital bodily functions to maintain good health. All right. Basically, this is more like internal, like really internal into blood vessels, blood arteries. All right. Lesson E is more on helping to keep a healthy skin condition as well. So it's like two different things. Yeah. Per scope. All right. Per scope is only 2.4 grams. Some of you might think that, wow, so small, the bottle, so expensive. Actually, this is 250 ringgit for ABO price. So expensive, wow, so little. No, if you open it and see, there's actually a very small scoops. It actually will last you for a long time. Don't worry about the price. Per use, it's actually very economical, very cost effective, I would say. Each serving has 880.8 milligrams of lecithin, 0.4 milligrams of vitamin E, and 700 milligrams of soy protein isolate. All right. Basically, you take this mainly for lecithin. All right. Mainly for lecithin. Okay. Don't be misled. Okay. We target liver, circulation, and cognition. All right. This simplifies, summarize everything. For those who are having unhealthy lifestyle, concerned with cholesterol level, and also like high calorie intake, and also want to maintain overall well-being, yes, this is a good product for you. For those who prefer the tablets, please pay attention to that first. Mainly it's for skin and antioxidant. All right. If you want to have a better skin looking, of course, this is no-brainer. Lecithin E is a good, better options. All right. Healthy skin maintenance, healthy aging, and better nutrients absorption. All right. I would say if you have, the budget is affordable, take two, both at the same time. They serve different functions. But if you have budget constraint and you really want to target only the liver circulation or that, please go for the new product. And lecithin, see, lecithin and vitamin E, they actually go hands in hand together. Lecithin E will transport and the lecithin is a good carrier. E is good for protecting the lipids membrane from oxidation damage, meaning to say it will help your body not getting sick more easily. All right. So how to consume? It's very simple. For this new product, add 1 scoop. Every day, just add 1 scoop, and then you can mix it with other things, or you can just mix with water and then drink. That's it. All right. Before your breakfast. If you are taking lecithin E, you can just follow the instructions. Consume 1 tablet 1 to 2 times per day. As simple as that. All right. Then you can accommodate with all your current diet. If you have slightly bad diet based on your own opinion, yeah, this is a good example for you to see. During lunchtime, you can use suku separuh meal, all right? And then you can have healthy snacks, and you have 1 replacement meal per day, and then you can eat slightly better, breakfast with soy protein. So yes, I know it's a bit long, but I hope everyone understands what I'm trying to convey here. And yes, this is the product, and hope if you don't understand, please ask the person who brought you here about this product. Thank you very much, and I hand it over to Andrew again. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Castle. Thank you for your wonderful sharing. So as you can see, not only today that he has explained about what is cholesterol, and then how does the soy protein actually help, the mixed soy protein actually help in improving our tackling our cholesterol challenges. And just for you to know, despite the small bottle look, right, if we follow the 1 scoop per day, the 1 small scoop per day of the consumption for the mixed soy protein, each bottle of the mixed soy protein can actually last us for 6 months. So you can do the math that how much it actually costs you every month, from 250 ringgit divided by 6, then you know how much it actually costs you in every month. And then as you can see from what Cas has shared, after the test has shown that after 2 months of consuming the mixed soy protein, you can actually see close to half of our cholesterol dropping. So I personally have tried it for 1 month, and I've just recently done my health screen test. My cholesterol level has also seen some very good level of improvements, and then I very much encourage yourself to give it a try. And also one more context that the mixed soy protein actually tastes like, to me, is a bit more like vanilla. Yeah, vanilla, and it mixes really well, especially with our body tea and protein. Yeah. So okay, right, onward to our next sharing. Okay, so our next sharing, the highlight tonight, features a topic sharing. So if anyone of you have seen the poster, it's a topic called "To Find the Right People, Be the Right People, the Right Person First." So as an entrepreneur, the goal of every goal is about finding the right person. Either is right, and then I believe one of the most nowadays is that, how do I find quality people in our business? That's always the question, and one of the most questions I've ever heard in seminars nowadays, right? And the person that will be sharing with us this topic is one of the most qualified person I've known to be able to share this topic. Her name is Amanda, and she herself enjoyed a very successful career in her job right now. She's currently a regional marketing manager in a FMCG company, and then not only that she's in charge of a region, she's actually in charge of 2 region markets. And while she's also enjoying her successful career, she also decided that there are more values in life that she should pursue. And currently, she's enjoying a 1+1 successful career life. And personally, I've always known to her that she's she's an inspiring person, and especially when I have questions that's regarding that, how do I follow up with especially professionals. She's the person I always turn to. So it's with my pleasure and invite you all to give out an 888 and welcome Miss Amanda Ng. Over to you, Amanda.
All right, thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you, Andrew. It's been some time since our last MUS we met up in person. Okay, always love to catch up with you. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda. Of course, before I start, let me take this opportunity to thank to programmer to give me such a good opportunity to share over here. It's been some time I never share any topic in English meeting. And also would like to thank to ECPI providing such a wonderful platform, as well as my beloved mentor, FEDC and Ian and Max. Please shower them with a lot of flowers and 888 to them. All right, let me share my screen. Hey, so I'm just wondering, anyone first timer, could you type 1? First timer to this meeting. Anyone? Or everyone is in? Okay, cool. Welcome. So in case you're first time, with this topic, of course, some might seen as a some relationship advice. Some people say, oh, you want to find the right person, you have to be the right person first. In fact, today, of course, we talk about business. This phase is pretty much applicable to every aspect in our life, to be honest. No matter what we want to achieve in life, we have to be the right person with the right mentality and competency in order to achieve our goal. Perhaps today I want to be a bit different. I would like to share my journey actually in this business, how I joined, and along the way, how I learned, and what's the key takeaway that I realized in this business to who I am today. So from there, I pick up, there's a lot of stories and things I want to share, but of course, the limited time, and especially now it's already 9:15. I hope you all don't mind, bear with me a bit. I will speak faster. Okay, so basically, like what Andrew had mentioned earlier, I'm in corporate for some time, more than 10 years, and I'm specialized in marketing and branding. So before I with this current company, which is in food industry, I've in beauty industry for some time. Okay, also handling marketing and branding. So during that period of time, actually, to be honest, beauty industry has been always a lot of girls' dream job, because we can dress glamoury, we can have a lot of fun and fun working environment, things like that. But of course, from the outer layer, you see, I am very happy and enjoy. Indeed, I'm also very, very blessed to have the previous job. Okay, but that's also comes with a lot of responsibility and also stress. Yeah. Just to give some context. Okay. Back then, when I was 18 years old, I actually joined Amway before. Yeah. I'm not too sure any of you, before you all started this ABO, have you heard about Amway, or maybe you heard a lot of times. Yeah, but then you decided to say no because simply you have a lot of different bad experience or impression. Yeah, same goes. But at that point of time, 18 years old, I actually joined the business, and I worked hard for 4 months, and I achieved 12%. Back then, without system, actually it's very, very tough. So, but then after 4 months, I really feel that it's not my cup of tea, simply because it's so difficult that time. And 18 years old, everyone knows that our mental strength not as strong yet. So I decided to give up and continue my study in uni. So that's how I started my uni time, and I start to venture into corporate. So during that time, before I even started Amway, actually I already know my mentor Annie. Okay, so of course, because of her, I still connecting with Amway business somehow, but I'm not in a business. I in my corporate world. So that's how I worked for the past more than 10 years plus. And after some time, after she serviced her the national service, she went to a national service. Then after that, she started to join the business. Okay. Of course, before that, during that time, it's without system lah. Okay. So with 4 years time, she succeeded in the business, and she, with the age of 20 years old, she started to travel around the world with Amway. Okay. So that's how we still keep in touch, and we are very, very good friends since then. So along the way, I enjoy my corporate life, you know, and also I working in during the previous company. I have a lot of different stress as well. I believe some of you, maybe you are working, you all might have the same sentiment with you. At that point of time, I was a regional brand manager in managing the whole Malaysia. I want to share this story simply because it really gave me a very, very big impact. At that point of time, I have a very respectful GM in my previous company. Okay, and he used to be in another company, flying business class, you know, enjoy very good life. But of course, because he know my ex-boss, so my ex-boss asked him to join the company and manage the Malaysian market for him. So he said, oh, why not? He's actually a 50 years old plus Malay man. He was very, very respectful, and I respect him so much. But in fact, after he joined the company, there's a lot of politics in regional office in Singapore. So hence, just within very short period of 1 year plus, so he decided to give up and left the company. Okay, so this is a point. He actually married late, and he had 2 sons, and all the family depend on him. He's the only breadwinner. And the son just started to graduate from high school and enter Taylor's University. As you all know, Taylor's University is not cheap. And of course, younger son is in high school. So then he left the job without any job secured. So because I'm very close to him, so I see him how hardworking was him in the company, and how ridiculous of politics can cause a person to left just like that. And in fact, it's not really being appreciated. So that incident actually gave me a very big impact, because I feel that a lot of time, maybe some of us, we are fine now, we don't have any stress, we still have a very good job, but we will never know what happened next, to be honest, you know. Hence, with that, right, I also not easy to survive in the company, although my ex-boss really take good care of me. But then with a lot of stress, a lot of things, I slowly really feel I do not have any peace of mind, and I don't have any time freedom, simply because although I able to earn, my previous company, they able to, like, you know, promote me and give me very good increment, you know, things like that. But somehow I just feel very stressful, until one day I really feel I need to find some plan B. Yeah. So during that period of time, in my 10 years career time, my good friend of mine, Annie, her life is totally opposite of mine. We both work very hard in the business. I'm in corporate, she's in Amway business. But the longer in the business, or the longer I'm in corporate, I feel that I'm more stressful. Yeah, but she is living the life on her own term. You know, she want to go everywhere. It's her choice. So that's how I start to feel curious about Amway business, because my mind, I still stay in the previous Amway business that I know during my age of 18. But Annie, after she worked hard, and also, of course, really blessed that Annie able to join ECBI system, and that's why all of us can be in here as well. So please give ECBI 888 as well. So after sometimes, ever since she joined ECBI system, and she's been telling me, wow, nowadays do MBA business is very different than the olden days. You know, we have a lot of ready program trainings and things like that. So I started curious, what's so great and what is a modern way of doing the business. So, but that because I know deep inside my heart, I cannot continue like that in corporate life, because although I'm still okay, I'm still doing all right. Even nowadays, I'm still doing good in corporate. Thank God, my boss is very good to me. But I know deep inside my heart, if let's say I want to live my life, I want to have peace of mind, corporate is definitely not the way to exit. So hence, deep inside my heart, I know I have a big why. I want to run away. Why? It's also because one of the incident is after some time, my health got issue. I still remember at that point of time, I'm a very hardworking person. So always I will work wholeheartedly. I will work until very late, midnight, just to deliver my job. And not only deliver my job, but deliver my job beyond the expectation. That's how I do works in my corporate life. So until one time, my health is really suffer. I have very, very bad allergic asthmatic. I used to have asthma, but then after that I'm cured. But I don't know why, somehow during that period of time, everything just attacked me. I breathed also. At first time, I feel like even breathing also very difficult. So please, everyone, also appreciate what we have today. So that point of time, my mom, my family, especially my family, really concerned about me and worried about me. But one day I remember, all of a sudden, midnight, I cannot breathe, and then I have to admit to emergency. And I see how my parents worried about me, and deep inside my heart, I told myself, I will not ever let my parents worry about me anymore. So even like you see this note is one of the day that my mom have to, she can't see me because I go back very late, she have to just give me a note and tell me, please bring this up for the herbal train, So that's how I started really join about ECBI training. So this is the first batch of Fit Freak. So during that time, Annie just tell me, because she always been my good friend. So she know my health issue, and she told me, why not, you come and join this Fit Freak program. It's a coaching program. Although you are not in the business, but it's okay. At least you learn how to get back your health, know how to manage yourself. From the program, you're able to, learn from entire lifestyle management, not only about workout, also diet, nutrition, things like that. So I thought, why not I give a try? Because I'm really very sick of taking medicine, and I don't want my parents to be worried. Hence, I decided to join the Fit Freak. So that's really my life-changing experience. During that time, I thought everyone know how to have a proper workout, and everyone know how to eat proper diet. Until my transformation, within 2 months, I really benefited from the program. I gained my health. I slimmed down because previously I have too much stress, and then my hormone imbalance, and I gained fat a lot. So within these 2 months time in Fit Freak program, I transformed. And normally slimming program, like people who go for slimming program or things like that, they normally cannot eat well, and they have to be very low in calories. Hence, they also look very pale, no energy, things like that. But I'm totally opposite. Everyone in Fit Freak totally opposite. So everyone see me, wow, what happened to you? You only 2 months time, why suddenly so different, and you look so radiant on your face, things like that. So from there, I gained my belief in the product. So this is the second thing I learned. In the business, in order to be the right person, actually, you need to believe, and you need to find your belief system through product. As simple as that. So through this Fit program, I self-use entire nutrition supplements. Of course, we are not asking everyone to just replace your meal with supplement. That's not the idea. Supplement is to replace the nutritional gap that you cannot get from real food. So from the entire program, I learned a lot and I transform and I gain confidence, and I just simply share my experience with my friends. And from there, I only realized actually there are a lot of people looking for solutions, looking for help, but they don't know where to go. So from here, this is a good friend of mine. She's on this in the Zoom as well. Carmen is my uni friend. She see my different, and she also want to transform her health. Hence she also I just share what I've learned, and she also follow exactly. So everything also the same. I just do sharing simply because I gain so much confidence in using the product and benefited from myself. Hence, I really encourage everyone, like one of the important point to become the right person. Also, you need to have a strong belief from where? First, from product, self-use, as simple as that. Just use those products that you need to use. Because in Amway, we have more than 450 products, and it's actually the company. The second thing is the company. The company have invested so much in R&D. None of the company, will put so much commitment in terms of R&D. So the more I know after Fit Freak, then Annie start to say, okay, why not you start to join some training events, because we have a lot, right? Like Academy is a beauty program, have a home tech or nutrition event, things like that. There's a lot. Simply because I already gained my confidence for Fit program. So I started to understand, to learn all the events, all the trainings that are organized by ECVI. So from there, I learned about the company. So actually, a lot of people say, why I can't look for the right person, how I able to spot the right leaders. Actually, it come back to ourselves, where how to become the right person. One of the things also, do we really truly believe in the company Amway? Yeah. So how are we going to believe in the company? Of course, research. Yeah. Facts is the most important thing. And also with the current era right now, we have all the digitalized, everything we can access from official website. Yeah. So with this, not only about the company, about how the founders founded the company, I learned all this through special events like NON. I also learned about the reward system of the company. From there, I start to curious. Why this business already so many years, 60 years? Back then, haven't reached 60 years when I yeah. So already so many years, because normally we know a company, you want to start any company, it's very easy. But then one COVID pandemic, so many companies went bankrupt, and a lot of companies struggled, but this company, every company, their business really good. In fact, it's the best during that time. Why? Because also one thing I learned from the training, where all the products that Amway company carries is actually all essential goods. Yeah, we talk about personal care, home tech product, all the mattress, all the rice cooker or pressure cooker, things like that. All the things are essential products. So whenever we want to do any business, just now I said, my first why, I don't want to work in corporate life for the rest of my life, simply because I don't want my parents to worry about me. I want to gain my life. I want to have my peace of mind and also my health. So I always want to look for exit plan. So during that time, although I already started Fit Freak, I also start to come and join time to join the training, but I haven't really decided to do the business yet. I'm still looking out before I decide to really seriously built Amway. So at that point of time, I actually, compared a few, like for example, property. I myself, before I decided to do Amway business, I also venture into property, but of course, I'm not saying property is not good. This is just my personal experience. So because I have a permanent job, so I have to look for part-time. I compared property and also insurance. So during that time, I realized these four main points. Not too sure whether you all read this book before, Household Goal. Actually, this book is really good. It talk about all essential goods is actually very big potential of an income stream. So I compared these four things that time. I ventured into property for 2 months, and I'm very lucky. I able to sold I think total around 2 to 3 million property just within 2 months time. Yeah, but then I decided to stop. Why? Also because I compared these four pointers. First, if property, not everyone can afford the property, and then somehow you do a lot of works, right? And then not necessarily a loan approved. So it's actually not the entry level very high in order to able to sell a property. Insurance also the same thing, normally one person maximum, you have 3 life insurance, medical card, or maybe some investment or saving account or insurance, something like that. But in terms of essential goods, we are talking about everyone in this planet, they will need to use it. No matter you happy or not, you are sick or what, or you don't have work or what, but you still need to brush your teeth, wash your face, and and shower. So in terms of the product, in order to have a very sustainable business, Amway essential goods, all the products are really covered the first point. And of course, second thing, repetitive usage. Property and insurance definitely not able to buy a lot, right? But then in essential goods, everyone after they finish, they will just buy. Yeah, as simple as that. And of course, that easy to expand, because for me, the rest really need a lot of professionalism. Like for example, insurance. Wow, it's not easy. When we sold one, we have to be responsible. Like, or if let's say anything happen, you need to really very knowledgeable to do the claim, things like that, and fight for your client. But to me, I don't think I'm able to do that lah. So property also the same thing. Like, because I'm just myself and I'm doing part-time, it's so difficult for me to like able to spend more time at showroom or things like that. But then in Amway business, it's simply so easy to expand, also because the power of system. Yeah. So and last one, of course, recession proof that I already mentioned just now. During the time, pandemic, a lot of my friends, property really not easy, and also insurance also not easy. Yeah, but then essential goods, everyone, no matter what, need to do. So this is one of the criteria that I learned during that time, when I joined the events or the special events to learn about the company and the business and the reward system. And then I remember one of that, they also mentioned, if you are working so hard for yourself in corporate, when you first join the company, you have to train your skill set, that's how you get your personal productivity. And after some time, you build yourself, you have your personal leadership, and then you promote to manager. And then after that, you promote to HOD and CEO in terms of strategic decision. Same skill set. I remember the leader mentioned, compared to Amway business, actually, the paid is the income that can enjoy is very, very different. So this is some of the comparison. But of course, nowadays, this is a very conservative figure. Nowadays, a lot of core plus, or a lot of different bronze, part to bronze, a lot of things is more than that. So when I see the comparison, and also I understood the business nature, the product that the company selling, that's built my confidence about the company and the reward system. Yeah. So of course, third thing in the belief system, to me, is actually also because of ECBI. It's all because of ECBI. Today, I decided to give myself a chance to start Amway business again. So really, really thankful for ECBI. Not everyone can just give out flower, things like that. That time, where I haven't decided, I still look here and look there, property lah, this or that. Annie still never give up on me. She always will invite me to different special event, especially coming BES or MUS. Yeah, BES is the Mandarin one, okay? Business Expansion Seminar in ECBI. So at that point of time, because I haven't decided, and I also very busy at corporate work. So Annie just tell me, she asked me, hey, you want to teman me to the seminar BES? Yeah, I know one very nice seafood restaurant at Bentong there, something like that. Yeah. So for those who know me, I'm actually a professional foodie lah. That's why I work in food industry lah. Okay. So that's just because of that invitation. Annie asked me to teman her and we go to enjoy good food. That's why I go, and that's the life-changing moment to me, and why I decided to do and become who I am today. So it's all about system. If without BES, I decided to do the business because of BES. So through the BES, I see the power of system, and I see the true value of the business. And this is how Annie tell me. She once told me, nowadays you want to do business, you need to be smart. You need to leverage all the resources that we have. So that's why with the Amway company and also with ECBI, this is how we can leverage and let our business to run, duplicate, multiply, autopilot mode. Yeah. So through the system, I remember she told me, the system cover everything already. You want to start a company, very easy. But then how you want to sustain the company when you train up all the talent, somehow they will get smart, and they will that the true wealth is only through entrepreneurship. So somehow they will jump to another company or things like that. So in order to start the business, retain, become a professional, and then you start to have your customer base, your leaders, your team, and how to retain the talent and how to motivate them. The entire journey of the entrepreneur, everything covered by ECBI. So that's, and she sent me one example. She said, what? For once, my whole team, we invite everyone to one special event. On the spot, one event, straight away can sign up 80 people, 80 prospects. So if without system, do you think we're able to do so? No, right? Definitely it's a no. Because we only have one pair of hands, and we have limited of time. How are we going to one shot can sign up 80 people? It's with the power of system only can make it. So slowly she tell me the entire support system, how we work together with ECBI and Amway company. From there, we able to do everything within short period of time to build our assets. So normally, to be honest, the first path is the normal path, normal 98% people, everyone will just, after education, will climb the corporate ladder. That's how I learned as well. And then after that, 60 years old retirement. But of course, a lot of people right now, keep on delaying the retirement. But then with this opportunity through system, that's how I learned the power of network. We can actually build the assets in very short period of time and retire young. Okay, hence that's how I made the decision to start the business. Okay, so second is to build your belief system. If you still not so sure about the business, how are you going to attract the right one? Actually, it's very difficult. People very smart, when they talk to you, the moment they look at you, they know whether you are confident or not. So how are you going to be confidently and attract people? Is by only build a solid belief system through these three ways. That's how I built my belief system. Okay, and also along the way, when I started to this, I decided to do, I started to learn. Annie always said, Annie actually is a very humble person. If you know her in person, she always will with her notebook, and even until now she is already FEDC, but she still learn no matter what. So sometimes, as a person in corporate ladder, you climb on a certain level. Of course, I'm not the highest one, okay, but of course I'm reporting to my CEO. That's a very big weakness of mine, which is I have a very high ego. I don't know if any of you got this same situation that me or not. When I first started to really need to learn, of course we need to learn from our mentor, whatever they share with us, we definitely have to follow, because simply because they already been through it. And in the business, only our mentor will want us to be good, not like traditional business or corporate ladder. If you teach everything, maybe the subordinates or the staff will overtake you, or become your competitor one day, things like that. But in this business, actually, the beauty of the business is like only you help people to be successful, only you will be successful. So that's the beauty of business. That's why we said we have to learn wholeheartedly from mentor. A lot of time that when last time I still will have my own how to say, what's the right word? I will feel like, oh, maybe I can use another way, simply because I already, in corporate, I already so used to, okay, I'm the one who do the decision, I'm the one who do the planning. I know, simply because I know better than other people. So I sort of like have this mindset in this business as well. So it's very tough during that time. Only when I really empty my cup, my glass, and ready to fill up new water, only that time I'm only able to really learn new things. Especially because I'm so used to be an employee mindset, it's very difficult to switch, In my whole life, I never do any business. So all of a sudden, I become an entrepreneur. It's like, oh, so different. So that's why my advice to some of you who are still new, be a learner, okay? Not a knower. Don't, when someone share with you things, you just say yes, listen first, then try to do it. Because when you imagine when the person keep on telling you, what? But I heard that this thing way is better, or this is what they always have things to counter you. Do you think you're still willing to share with this person? Definitely not, right? So hence learn throughout the journey. Of course, every business is very simple. It's only 4 fundamental skills, and 8 golden keys. For those first timer, maybe you can ask the person that will bring you here. And also, number 4 is system mindset. Okay, this is something that I took a while to understand. When I first joined the business, first thing first, when I first decided to do the business, okay, my mentor told me, definitely you have to attend all the trainings. Yeah, because in order to run the business, you need to know everything. Okay, I still have the mindset that I feel like, oh, I can actually self-learn. Sometimes if I'm really busy, I don't want to go, things like that. But after some time, this is something that I learned along the way. We said, why everyone want to have system is because we want to earn through time, power of multiplying. Why? Because, of course, Robert Kiyosaki quote him, the richest people in the world look for and build network. Everyone else look for work. Why? Simply because we have limited time. I believe all of us here, a lot of us here are part-time doing this business, right? So we say part-time every day, we commit 2 to 3 hours. Okay, flexible within a week, you arrange your time. Yeah. So we say the maximum you have is only 2 to 3 hours a day. But you imagine if, let's say, you're able to have 10 people in your team, and everyone also plug into the system and learn. So it means one day I will earn 20 to 30 hours a day already. Imagine I have 50. Imagine I have 100. So if let's say I don't use system to multiply, I only have maximum 2-3 hours a day in the business. So do you think which one you think would be faster? Definitely leveraging the system, 100 people in the system, right? Yeah. So we said, how much your time you invested in the business, you build the consumer network, actually, eventually, your income able to increase. That's the basic thing. So we said law of leverage. We said, actually, do you know, like, if you work hard for 8 hours per day for 40 years, a lot of people say, never mind, I'm very competent, I able to do a lot of things even better than the rest of the people. But in fact, it's equivalent to 110 people in the network work hard for 3 hours a day for only 1 year. So do you think you want to become the person who work hard for 8 hours a day for 40 years, or you want to build a network through system? Only by work hard together, and we can shorten the period so much. Yeah. So leveraging. So system, how are we going to leverage? Definitely is plugging up ourselves to go to the system and build the culture among our team. Because somehow, I don't know why last time I used to be one person to go meeting very, very long for the longest time. And Andy also said, well, along the way, actually, like recently we got discussed about this. He said, well, actually, I also don't know how you can tahan for so long, one people. Sometimes got a few ready, then no more. Few ready, wow, one team, then no more. Things like that. After COVID, you see, also the same thing. Wow, no more already. Things like that. But I still come to meeting alone. Yeah. But because of this, I learn and I grow, and I able to cultivate the culture of my team that they also really committed to learn in the system. That's how we able to plug in people in the system. Okay, so that's why we said this system mindset is super important. First is to multiply. Second, able to duplicate talent faster, because you see how Annie put me in fit program. So I'm so good in the fitness knowledge, and I'm able to build so fast in terms of my consumer network. Yeah, and how I can learn along the way. So involved in the system, involved in her team, actually can inspire them and activate them faster. So that's how we can duplicate talent. Of course, you want to become professional AVO, right? Of course, you need to have professional training. Like if you want to play golf, you think you play golf, you can become a professional? Definitely not, right? You need to be like really professionally trained. You only can become a professional golfer. So that's how it works. Thirdly, of course, leverage. In our system, we have a lot of leaders from different backgrounds, so that we can learn from them. Normally, like I work in corporate, I very seldom I can get able to talk to a business owner or a professional or chartered accountant, lawyer, doctors. But in ECVI, we can learn and leverage. Whenever I have any prospect, I can always introduce to these leaders. We have similar backgrounds, or I can share the success story, ABC them, things like that. So that's how we have the system mindset. Only you understand the system, then you only to have all this. Last but not least, of course, recharge. We work and business always very stressed, right? But here, everyone also are so positive. Don't look down on this aura. The entire positive environment, you can also be in charge and become positive. Yeah, that's the power of system. And number 5 that I learned is actually entrepreneur mindset, definitely. Because all this while I have been an employee. I work in corporate, my boss said want to this direction. Okay, I will find a way to do it. That's the employee taking instruction, But entrepreneur mindset is so different. The entrepreneur willing to learn, take really serious effort, also willing to hustle before earning big money. Employees sometimes will say, how much you can pay me? You need me to do so much work. Things like that. It's a typical employee mindset. Okay? All entrepreneur also own product ambassador. Some people, they will say, it's okay, I come in this business, I just do business only. I don't need to self-use one. I don't need to use product. I can sell. But do you think you're able to convince people? Do you see iPhone owner, CEO will use Huawei or use Xiaomi? They won't, right? Simply because every entrepreneur definitely is their own product ambassador. And remember my second pointer, belief system. If you don't personally benefit from the product, do you think you have the solid belief in the product that able to convince people effortlessly? Definitely no. Okay, so also entrepreneur believe in their dream. It takes a while for me to reach founders platinum, to be honest. Of course, compared to the rest of the leader, they are very fast, but simply because my time also not so not really enough. Okay, so I take quite long to achieve what I am today. But I, as an entrepreneur, everything looks impossible until we achieve it. So no one believe us, but even though no one believe us, we will still continue. That's a typical entrepreneur. That's how I tahan until now. Yeah. So of course, mental strength, I will say, as an entrepreneur, employee mindset, this company not good, then I just jump to another company, as simple as that. But as an entrepreneur, you know nothing, no such thing in their mind got give up. Giving up is not an option, because simply because you already spend so much money. One of the weakness of this business actually is too cheap. The entry is just 60 ringgit deposit for 1 year. Yeah. Imagine normally if you want to start a business, how much you will spend. Easily invest more than few hundred Ks, right? So imagine you invest 600K in this Amway business. Do you think you will still easily, got people reject you, got people laugh at you, got people condemn you, you will easily give up? Definitely no. But just because a lot of people, they will feel like 60 ringgit is, 60 ringgit, I just drink a cup of coffee, or a meal already, no more already. But because of this mindset, it restricts us to grow and to pursue further in the business. So hence we say, in the business, I learned about entrepreneurial mindset. And number 6 is, along the way, I definitely have a lot of challenges, especially during like COVID time. I still remember vividly. At that time, suddenly everyone stuck at home, but then we still need to fight. We still want to build a business. How are we going to sign up new people, without going out? So we try online, I still remember that time. One day, we keep on looking for people, and then one day itself, a lot of OPP, until no time to shower, no time to eat some more. But also a lot of people, maybe FFK, or a lot of weird people, on online, source from online. And also I feel so not, because it's something out of our comfort zone. It's like suddenly online show OPP, like we never experienced that before. So but then at that point of time, my mentor always say lah, in fact Annie also really fight together with us, like, okay, we just do only, let's find the people from social media, let's look for prospects, and then we keep on OPP only, just keep doing it. You know what, during the period of time, actually I OPP much more than my previous before COVID. And that's how I learned my OPP skill and closing skill, even with the strangers, just within a short period of time. But of course, along the way, a lot of people also FFK me. I mean, this is a Chinese word, means they don't turn out, you don't turn up and things like that. So from there, we keep doing basic work and 3S, 1M, 8 golden keys. And even during this period of time after COVID, we just do all the basic training, one-on-one, training, plug-in system, and learn along the way. And some of them are in this Zoom as well, say hello. Anyway, yeah. So we just do the basic thing. We sponsoring, plug-in system, everyone do demo, training, one-on-one, or also basic work. Yeah. So house party, everything. So this business is really simple. Compared to corporate, oh my God, every day I have to do so many things, or compared to business, actually a lot of things is much difficult. But then in this business, it's really simple. Just 4S1M, and then 8 golden keys. Yeah, 8 golden keys is a secret weapon of ECBI. For those new joiners, maybe you all never heard about this, I can ask the person that bring you here. So basically, it's just about all the basic stuff. Yeah. So with that, consistent achieving doing our goals, we celebrate small win. And secondly, of course, develop strong core values. And third, this is something that I really, really learned a lot with practice patience. In corporate, we don't have much patience, to be honest. Some people, all the stuff not performing, we straight away PIP them, and then they will be, invited to leave company, something like that. But then in Amway business, it's very different because all of us are business partners. We are not employer or employee. We business partner together, and then we work together, we grow together. Some people might take longer time, some people very fast. Some people will have a lot of not a fluctuate emotion state. Some people they have a lot of different pace of growth. But this is something that I always learn from my mentor, and she have the highest patient level. To be honest, I learned from her. Sometimes I saw. Okay lah. This is some last time. Okay, last time I saw her, bringing some new prospects. And after some time, become a leader. And then, to be honest, if you ask me in corporate world, will I hire this person? I would definitely say no. But in fact, because of patience, because of system, because of love, everything will happen. So for those people who don't believe in miracles, don't be so stupid or don't believe in miracles. Miracles do happen. With love, with system, with the right platform and environment, it will happen. So I experienced this throughout my journey, and this is something that I really have a very great belief. And number 4 is understand that consistency reaps result. A lot of people they do after some time, like maybe few OBP or few demo, then they get rejections, and then they will start to doubt. Of course, when you start to doubt, you have to go back to your belief system and go back to your big why, like what I shared earlier. So with all this thing together, consistent work, actually it will definitely get result that we want. Okay, a lot of testimony in ECBI. So the secret to be consistent actually is to love what you do. Actually, this thing, link back to the next thing I want to say is also talk about the mission and find your purpose. To be honest, if your goal is just for to fulfill your own objective or goal, it's actually, if you get any challenge, you will easily give up one. But if let's say you're able to find your purpose, along the way when I start to learn Fit Free and Academy and a lot of things, all the knowledge, as I start to share, I actually really help a lot of people. Like some people, I still remember this one, I remember this one, dengue, my friend got dengue. And then we actually got some formula, with supplement, because dengue don't have any medication, it just really depends on your immune system. So I share with them, and then suddenly it tell me, the pellets came back, things like that. And then also like my friend, stomach, very bad gastric, after the protein, or they feel much more better. And then also one of my friends, this one very bad. It's a very, very young boy. Always after 12, very bad energy level, and in fact he still have to work. So after double X and vitamin B complex, that she can, he can, endure the whole day. I was like really, really, how to say that, deep inside my heart, I really feel very grateful. And also like some of my friend cannot sleep, then magnesium, help a lot, because magnesium can help nerve system. All this knowledge that I learned from ECBI, it applies, and I'm able to help my friends and family to live a better and healthier life. This I'm not too sure about others, but your reason, your mission, your purpose in the business. But along the way, I found my purpose. Especially what happened yesterday, I already asked my team member, Ken, Ken permission to share about his story. Ken is a very special business partner to us, because he has a lot of barrier and trauma and a lot of challenges within himself. And he's very introvert. He are not very familiar of communicating. He even normal conversation sometimes also very difficult because he don't have the confidence, But along the way, he never give up. He really come to learn. Every meeting he come and learn, no matter what. And jot down all the notes, all the events, special event, MUS, PS, he will go everything. And like OPP, he also don't really know how to OPP. And online, the strangers will also help him. So he every day he look for new contacts, from 30 to 50 to 80 without fail. And every day also got a lot of OPP, but of course a lot of people didn't turn up about number game. And recently start to have a lot of result, start to sign up ABO. And this yesterday, as the first time ever, he OPP himself and he signed up himself. Maybe a lot of people will feel like, oh, he just signed up, But to us, it's a very big breakthrough from him, because what we see here is the result of consistency, persistence, and also determination. This means a lot of it, and we see him grow up so much. It's very, very happy, and we really mind blown. It's like very 感动 in Chinese, we say very touched when we see his breakthrough. And Ken, I know you are here, and I really, really happy for you. And this is the starting part, and we believe you able to grow, and one day you will achieve your goal. So this is my purpose. This is my mission. It's not only about earning money, Earning money, everywhere you can earn money. But by really find your purpose, the true joy of helping people, this is the beauty of this business. And this is a business, the only business that you can achieve multi-dimensional success through this business. So we go back to the topic. We said, find the right person. Actually, it's about your purpose. We said dream can achieve, goal can be reached, success can be attained, but mission has no finish line, just like your life. If you find your purpose, no matter what, you will able to achieve it. And also, we go back to the topic. This is already the last few slides. We go back to the topic today. How you find the right person? By becoming the right person. How? What do you think people will follow a leader? But their wealth, their pin, their position? How about those people just join? They have nothing. Actually, the right person, why people will follow a leader is not about all these things. It's actually people will follow your hope, your vision, your dedication, and your value in the business. With all the seven, the pointers and I learned throughout the journey of Amway business. Trust me, you have that all, people will feel you and they will trust you and they will be attracted to you, and you will only find the right person. So if you are not prepared, if you are not ready, even the opportunity knocks your door, you will not able to know that is an opportunity, and you will not able to train and lead the right person. If let's say you don't know anything, you don't have the belief system, you don't know why you do this business, you don't have any skill set and knowledge, but the person come to you, 10 people, leaders come to you, say, I want to do the business. Can you teach me how? Do you think you're able to lead them? No way. But the beauty of the business here, with ECVI, with our team, with Amway company, we were able to become the right person. With that, you will one day get to meet the right person. Okay, that's all for my sharing today. Hope you all learned something, and thank you so much for having me today. Okay, have a good evening, everyone. Good night.
Okay, thank you, Amanda. This is amazing sharing. I think this is one of the best way for us to start the month. Yeah. So just like what Amanda said, be the right person, right? It's not about gathering a wealth, showing off our cars, right? It's about there are few things that we can do together. We can start by building our beliefs, right? How do we do that? We can start by trying out products, going to the events, and then joining our learning session, weekly learning session, not just here online, but also the meeting centers that are available to us in the different corners of our country. And then at the same time, we learn ourselves, we empty ourselves. Right? Some of us may have been very successful outside, but then learn to empty ourselves and then develop ourselves into a professional APOs and leverage the system. That is a very important thing. This is not something that can be commonly found in business opportunities out there, but also, and then with that, we learn to build our entrepreneurial mindset. And then with enough consistency and persistency, people will see us. People will see us carry out our mission, our purpose in this business. And then if we given time, the quality people, the real people, your diamonds, our diamonds will come to us. Yeah, just like how Amanda met Annie, and then her team met her, and also the successful leaders found their own mentors in this business. It's the same way. So what we need to do here is to stay with the system, stay with our mentors and uplines. Give yourself time, learn, and continue to be persist through the business. And with time, you will find the right person too. Okay, so with that, I end my sharing today. Before I end, I'd like to invite everyone to give thanks to our product sharing tonight by Castle, our topic sharing by Amanda, and then last but not least, our tech support today, Jinky. Please give them an 888. And then with that, I wish you all a good evening ahead, and then have a good rest. I'll see you all next week. Bye bye.